the Chelmsford For You podcast with Will and Sarah, an exclusive look into all things Chelmsford.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Will Richards.
I'm Sarah Tupper.
Welcome to another episode of the Chelmsford For You podcast, today in the home of CBD in Chelmsford.
Yes, the CBD healing store. We're really excited to talk all things self-care and just learning everything about it.
Because today, this week is National Self-Care Week.
It is.
But it's also the first anniversary of the CBD healing store.
Yes,
isn't it?
This is Lucia. How are you?
Really well, thank you.
Good
Nice to be here.
stuff.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Thanks for being here in Chelmsford for a year.
I know, thank you. It has gone so quick. It's been so
Congratulations.
nice. Thank you.
It's not easy, but you've done it.
Yeah. And for those that don't know, just to reference, obviously we can hear we're busy shop. Yes. We are at the Meadows, which is where we can find you, and you're open 7 days a week.
7 days a week. We never close, as we say. We don't rest from Monday to Monday. Yeah.
There we go. Love that.
Only on Sunday we have shorter times, which is from 10 to 4.
Okay, perfect. So, as Will said, you've been here a year, an amazing achievement.
Thank you.
Tell us a bit about the shop and what you do here.
So we are specialized on CBD products mainly. So 90% of the products that we have in the shop is a variety of different ranges of CBD products. And then we also have mushroom products. So it's kind of a complement, a health complement to the CBD, because they kind of work really well with each other.
Yeah.
And it makes sense to have them in the shop, really.
I am all for that. I take different supplements and things like that. So I'm really interested in that whole side of things, like holistic self-care. For those that are watching and have maybe some preconceptions around CBD and what it is exactly, can you maybe bust some myths and explain what CBD is?
So first question that I usually have is it legal? Obviously yes, because otherwise we wouldn't be in a shopping centre.
Interesting question, but okay.
Yeah, but we get that every day,
You should
believe
say
it or
no.
not.
No, it's not. Don't tell anyone.
So CBD itself, stands for cannabidiol. So cannabidiol is a molecule that is extracted of the cannabis plant.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not the whole plant itself, it's a molecule that is extracted. Now, having said that, there are different types of, because people are watching, CBD products, which you have what it's called isolates, full spectrums or broad spectrums. I can touch that if you want, but the definition of the word is cannabidiol, which is a compound that is extracted of the plant, which I think it's very important to clarify for people.
Of course.
It's a shame that there's a lot of sort of bad outlook on the term CBD, because we understand where it comes from, but it's two very different products. I would class it, and forgive me, I mean no offence with this, but I would class it in the same sense that there's shops where you can buy hand creams that have hemp oil in them.
Yeah.
But no one would question that and go, oh, hemp oil? No, it's just that term CBD.
It is. They associate to something that it's not, because hemp and what it's called in the street, what people associate with weed is completely different. It's two different plants. One has really high levels of THC, which is what makes people go high.
Yeah.
The definition that you see in the street. And the other one doesn't have THC and has high levels of CBD. So it's completely different things, and it comes from different origins as well.
Of course, and being one of the strongest natural benefits, one of the strongest natural plants out there, the health benefits are insane, but not just for humans. This is my favourite thing about your shop. No, it is, because I care more about animals than I do humans. Most people do, right? There's a pet care section.
There is, exactly.
You've got some
I love
for
them.
dogs here.
Sorry?
You've got some things for dogs?
Yes,
that are
dogs
all
and
pet
cats.
safe.
Dogs
Amazing.
and cats,
I hadn't
it's
both.
both.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's 100%
You can give 'em a go?
safe. Yeah. So you have the option of oils, oils and treats. Obviously, treats are more for dogs than for cats, but some of them they do like it. Trust me. There's no difference on them. And the funny thing is, it works so well on them. And
So are we looking
quick.
for health things? Is this like joint care and that sort of thing?
Joint, calming down. For instance, we are going through the
of those
phase
for
of
dogs.
celebrations. Animals get really stressed with fireworks, for instance. And it really calms them down. So, for instance, for that situation, you can give to the pets as when they need, because the CBD reacts really quick on them. It's almost like in hours. You have the benefits. Like for us, it should be continuous, because we are different, animals and people anyway. But yeah, one of the benefits is that it's really, really quick. So if you're going to drive and your cat, your dog is really stressed because he doesn't like being in a car around people, loud noises, you can give to them like an hour before, and you will see the benefits of them calming down. Obviously, if you're talking about issues like seizures and joint things, it has to be continuous.
Yeah, of course. So we've got New Year's fireworks coming up, which is going to be thousands of places around. So I'm pretty sure that you're capable of doing this for all kinds of pets that can eat treats, really, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So if you have a pet that gets a bit anxious, because a lot of them do, have a look at this sort of stuff, because rather than looking at your chemical plugins and going to a vet to prescribe chemicals for them, I'm no practitioner, so don't take my advice, but a natural 100% organic product is surely going to be way better for an animal than anything else, because that's all they eat. Organic, really, isn't it? And natural.
It is. So it's all about the benefits, really calms them down. They do feel better, and you can see it's beneficial to them, which is a good thing as well, isn't
nice,
it? Because you can actually see they are calming down.
Yeah, and it's that healing property, I think, that is so important, and obviously the whole reason for the shop, right?
Yep.
It's that healing element, and there's lots of different things, studies that show how CBD has helped people. Tell us some of the most typical ways that people use it, or typical things that people use it for.
So there are three main things that people look for on CBD. So it's help for sleep, stress and anxiety, which is a big thing, and for pain.
Okay.
So it's the main three things. We do have some other things like menopause and things like that, but the three main ones every day, it's sleep, anxiety, and pain. That's the problems that we all have.
Yeah. Pain is an interesting one that I have to talk about, because I'm very young, but I've got a bad knee. So I need to look into that. It's just something that I go to the gym a lot.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I know I don't mention it, but I do. You can tell. But
Make sure that bit doesn't get cut out.
There's also something I want to cover, because there's a reason that you have landed in this industry with this business.
Yeah.
And it was quite a personal one to you. So please tell us what you want about it.
Yeah, so I've always been very active, going to the gym as well.
Me too.
I know.
Crazy.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Used to be a fitness instructor, by the way.
Did you?
I did Zumba instructor.
Nice.
Yeah, don't show that.
What?
Zumba.
Zumba.
Yeah.
You've heard that word for the first time in your life.
I have.
Zumba.
Zumba.
Anyway, sorry, Carrie.
Sorry,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're a Zumba
So
instructor.
anyway, that was just my hobby. My background is chemistry and pharmaceutical sciences. I do have a PhD in immunology, so everything like this I'm quite close to it for the medical reasons. And I got COVID right in the beginning, on the first few months that it came out, when no one really knew much about it. Not that they know more now, but anyway, it's became more common, and you have vaccines and things like that. So I was quite unlucky that I was called to go to work when we were supposed to be at home.
Okay.
And I had to, because of what I was doing back then.
Yeah.
It was not something I could say no. I was forced to go, because I was one of the ones that had to go when they were called.
Right.
And I got COVID. I didn't know I had it. And then 3 days later, I had the vaccine. So the both things combined just exacerbated all the symptoms and everything. So I was without working for over a year. Wow. In a lot of pain. I couldn't move. I didn't have energy, not even to go to the first floor of my house. I couldn't go out in the garden. I was exhausted. And the only thing I had was medication and more medication and more medication. And then the medication was giving me a lot of side effects. Yeah. And then we started going like, there must be something that's natural and can actually help. So we started looking into this, and I started using it, and slowly I started getting better.
Wow.
And I started coming off, consciously of what I was doing, coming off my medication, which I did 100%. And because of all those benefits, we've kind of decided, again, because it's my background, it's medical, and despite it's pharmaceutical, I always prefer the natural route. So we kind of thought, how about if we make this of a living, because we love this,
Well, it's a passion.
It is.
Right? You've had that lived experience. You yourself have seen the benefits, and at that point you just want to shout it. Share it with the world, which you are doing brilliantly here in Chelmsford, as you've been here for a year now.
Thank you.
Clearly there is a lot of interest, and it really shows, like, the way you can speak so easily about all of these topics and have such knowledge as well.
Yeah, you've got a lot of knowledge
about the product.
Do you know, there's a lot to be said for the fact that you've got a pharmaceutical PhD, you know all about that side of the world and industry, yet you know that this is better.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm quite conscious of the message to people. This doesn't cure anyone.
Yeah.
There's nothing here that if you have a chronic issue, you're still going to have that chronic issue.
Yeah.
It doesn't treat you. And it's quite important for people to realize that, because the last thing I want is for people to think, oh, I have arthritis, I'm going to take this and it's going to go away.
Magic.
It's not.
No.
It's
just
not.
gonna
It's
relieve the
impossible.
pain, for example.
It's all about, because that's why we have the slogan, living a better day every day.
Yeah.
It's kind of helping.
Look at that. Right, have you
We've
got any
something for
painkillers?
that.
It's all about helping people having a better day.
Yeah.
And usually I say, if you have so many issues, if it helps a little bit, it's already doing something. And it's already
Definitely.
giving you a little bit of a quality of life.
I like that.
It's complementary to other things, isn't it? So we've spoken about what it is, obviously, what you do here, and your background. Talk us through some of the products themselves, like, how do people take CBD? Because there's different ways.
There are. The typical one that people know most, obviously, it's the oral drops.
Okay.
Oral drops, it's drops that you place under the tongue, leave it there for 60 seconds, it's absorbed by your blood system, goes everywhere, does the job in a very, very simple way. You also have things like patches, so that you kind of place in your arm while you sleep. It works, usually it's about 8-12 hours, and then the CBD stays in your system for 24 hours, so you kind of only need to apply it again, when you go to sleep again, basically. And then you also have creams for muscle pain and joint pain. You have cosmetics as well, products for psoriasis, which is a big thing for people. You have bath bombs, you have drinks, you have cookies, you have disposable vapes.
Is that cookies?
Cookies.
Thought you did. Were we trying those at the end? Interesting.
Cookies we do.
You got excited about a bath bomb there, didn't you?
I did, never heard of a CBD bath bomb.
No?
No.
It's really, really, it's amazing for relaxation and muscle pain. For someone that is working like on your feet all day long, or you are really tense, for instance.
Right.
And you think, actually, I don't need, because there are different causes for our stress.
Yeah.
And there are people that they really, really suffer from stress and anxiety. There are people that, okay, I'm stressed, but it's just from your day, you're tired and you just really need to kind of relax so you can have a proper sleep. So for instance, a bath bomb, if you have like a bath, you relax your muscles, you have enough of your CBD, in your body to do the job and take the inflammation away and the pain away. That's it. You don't need anything else.
Wow.
And you'll sleep really well.
Is it okay to take with other supplements? Because as Sarah mentioned, she has quite a few supplements. She has Mars, Kit Kat, Reese's Pieces.
No, so I take mushroom supplements, thank you.
Yeah.
With their English breakfast.
And
Sorry, it's just
You just
sorry.
need to go now. Sorry about him. I can't take him anywhere. Anyway, I'm very healthy and I take various vitamins and mushroom supplements. And I know you mentioned with the mushrooms, it's a really kind of great
really good
duo to do together. So for you, there's nothing to say I couldn't add CBD into that.
No,
It's
that's
not-
perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I mean, now that you touched on that, actually, with everything that's like vitamins, mushrooms, like you've said, natural things is absolutely fine.
Yeah.
The only advice I give to people is if you are taking medication,
Yeah.
like heart medication, thyroid medication, other ones, it's better to check if you can actually have CBD.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of people that they actually buy stuff online. They have no clue what they are buying.
Yeah.
It's just because it's a pretty box,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And they are not aware of if they can have it or not.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons, because initially we started online 3 years ago. We started online and we saw that the amount of questions people were asking, it was just like, it's scary, to be honest. You know, I'm on this and this, can I have CBD? I'm on this, can I have CBD? And we're like, actually, people are taking either the wrong product or they are actually taking something not knowing what could be the consequences of doing that.
Yeah.
So I always say, if you can speak to someone that actually understands, ask first. And I say that against, I say that even against ourselves, because we do have an online shop.
Yeah.
And we do sell a lot online. But we also have a lot of people coming and asking before they buy, which I much rather if they do.
Definitely.
Because the amount of times we say, even here, not selling you anything because you need to speak to your doctor first.
That's very
because
good.
your health comes
So,
first.
yeah, and as Will said, that's really, really good. And I think, again, with your background, your lived experience and the kind of passion that you have for the products and for everything here, it really allows people to have that trust in you and know that when they're coming in, whatever they're going to be leaving with, if it is something, then they have that full faith that it's going to do the job. So I think it's brilliant and clearly shows the fact that you've been here now and are part of the Chelmsford business community, which
really
we
nice.
love. So have you got plans for celebrating the year?
So the celebration is 23rd of November, which is a Saturday. And it's kind of a tradition because we've started to celebrate like, we've done a year, what we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
And we had the other shop already in Colchester.
Okay.
So we kind of did a big thing back then and it went really well. But it's our way of saying thank you to people as well, because it's one day a year. We are going to have lots of free stuff, like things for people to try, gummies, drinks, cookies.
When? 29th, you say?
23rd.
23rd, okay.
23rd of November, Saturday. So it's a nice way for bringing people in that they can try things that they wouldn't try.
Do you know, that's what I've been thinking the whole time, is I'd just love to try to know what's going to benefit me. So there's going to be lots of things I'm going to have to give a go. And then would you just say for a few days or a week and then try something like that and then see how it works for you?
I mean, the samples that we have is just people, for instance, drinks for them to see if they like the taste of the drinks and things like that. We do have trial gummies, so it's like packs of £5 for 6 gummies for people to go and try to see if they like them and if they don't like them. So it's kind of like a taster day.
Yeah.
And
Literally. Get it? You get it?
Again, just ignore him. It's always best to just ignore him.
and it's a chance for people to speak amongst themselves as well, because, you know, exchanging experience, it's very positive. Networking is really good for people, you know, to be able to speak to someone else and say, I have the same issue, this has helped, I've done this has helped. So it's nice, isn't it?
Definitely.
It's a day of giving instead of selling.
And that's
basically.
on the 23rd of November.
Yes.
So people can come and see you. We're in the Meadows. We did mention earlier on, we're in the Meadows, which is just on the way out towards, you know this area better than I do.
Yeah, so you're kind of almost opposite Savers and One Beyond.
Yeah.
So that part of the Meadows. But yeah, you'll be here Saturday the 23rd of November for the 1 year celebrations. But come down, chat to you, and yeah, come and give it a go.
We're going to have lots of
Sounds
surprises
amazing.
as well.
Yeah,
Which is
well, thank you
brilliant.
so much. It's been insightful because, like we said, there was a bit of a different outlook on it for some
Stigma,
people, a
yeah.
stigma, yeah. But hopefully that's fixed this. And if you still have some questions, please pop in and talk to them because there are so many interesting things about this shop. There's so many things that I'm sure you've seen some clips of in the B-roll. But yeah, make sure you check it out. Pop down to the Meadows and support your local business.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Thanks
for
very
being
much.
here.
No
Really
worries.
nice
Thanks for
talking to
having
you.
us. We'll see you very soon on the next one.
The Chelsea For You podcast with Will and Sarah. Get involved, like, comment and share.